Someone told me to scratch that out. Somebody's knocking at your door.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Growing up as a kid here in Freemantown, and when you came to your grandmother's house, my grandmother, Early Hilda, she stayed right here where the youth center, the little school is. Right here on this corner. She stayed there a number of years. And if she told you to go get something from Miss Sis, you had to knock on their door. My grandmother needs some sugar. See, back then you could go to anybody's house over here in Freemantown, and their door was open. But out of respect, you had to knock on the door.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Growing up in Four Corners, Texas, that's in between 1464 and Highway 6, if you don't know where that's at. I was surrounded by my uncles and aunts and my grandmother and my grandfather. If my mother sent you through that trail, Terry, with them weeds on both sides, and my grandfather had cut that trail to my grandfather's house, she would send you to go get something. But when you got there, you had to knock on the door. Granny is me. My aunt Dorothy, she always had a pot of beans. We knew she was cooking. On Fridays and Saturdays, you can get you a bowl of beans. But you had to knock at that door. But we go through life sometimes just letting anybody in.
Wow, that hit.
I'm going to give you a little scenario. You pull up to a red light nowadays. There's somebody out there with a squeegee, a cup, or something. They tap on it. And you say, man, get away from my car. Right then and there, we throw the Bible in the back seat, and we jump in the back seat and let the devil drive. But when we determine on who's knocking at the door,
All right, come on now.
we don't know if that's God knocking at that door.
Come on.
God gives you discernment.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Because if you're delving into the word,
Yeah.
your discernment is high.
Well.
You'll know if they're in need or not.
Yes, sir.
But sometimes God gives you the discernment to give anyway. This particular text tells us that we need to come to understand who's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we just let the devil in without knocking. Somebody cuts you off on the freeway. The devil jumps right in. You pay a bill, and another bill comes. The devil jumps right in. You pay a bill, and you get there, they tell you didn't pay. Boy, the devil jumped in on me on that one. But we just need to determine on who's knocking at the door, or who you are letting in when they knock. See, the invitation ship comes in this text. It says, if, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door,
Yeah, there you go.
your first act is opening the door.
Yeah.
First, you need to determine who it is. But it's no matter who's standing on the outside of the door if you don't open it. We're going to get to who's on the outside of the door. You see, there's when the person is knocking and who you invite in, he's telling you that he's supping with you. Brother Reed, what is supping? What does supping mean? We could think it's a whole platter of food. So I'm going to give you that scenario. Just think of God preparing a table. And in it is a big old platter of grapes. And in your sides, you got a little mercy.
All right, preacher.
And in the gravy ladle is a whole lot of love.
All right.
That's what's supping with the Lord.
Yeah.
It ain't all about food.
Yeah. Come on, make it plain.
It's about what God is giving you on a daily basis.
Yeah, make it plain.
Most scholars believe what Jesus means in this passage is that he wants you to come into your heart and have an intimate, conventional relationship with him.
Yes, sir.
Jesus does not want you to worry. Jesus does not want you to barge and bully your life his way in. He wants to give us free will, including the ability to make our own decisions
Yes, sir.
about whether or not we want to be a part of God's family.
Yeah.
The Apostle John wrote the book of Revelation based on the apocalyptic vision he had while he was on the island of Patmos. And it is said by some Bible scholars to be written in 95 AD. And his primary audience was the 7 churches in the western region of Asia Minor.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is John saying? John is saying that the church is cooling.
Mm-hmm.
It is growing lukewarm.
Yes, sir.
That's what's happening today, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Somebody's knocking on the door.
Yeah.
We got to understand who it is. And if the church is in this condition, what are you doing about it?
All right, preacher.
Our scripture tells us 5 or 6 different things. 5 different things. Who's knocking at the door? Opening the door. Coming in and sup with him. And hearing his voice. Who is this person
All right, preacher.
Come on.
that's knocking at the door? I don't know what you call him, but some people call him El Shaddai,
All right.
the God who is more than enough.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Some say he's Jehovah Rapha.
Well,
Come on.
He is my healer.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Some say he's Jehovah Nissi.
All right.
He is my Lord and my refuge.
Come on here. Come on here.
Some say he's Jehovah Shalom.
Yes, sir.
He's able to give you peace.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
Some call him Elohim.
All right.
He's the true living God.
Yes, sir.
Some call him Jehovah Jireh.
All right.
He is my provider.
Yeah.
But there is a name that's above every name.
All right.
That every knee should bow
Yes, sir.
and every tongue shall confess
Yes.
that Jesus Christ is Lord.
Yes.
Somebody's knocking at your door.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you're going through,
Come on.
Come on, preacher.
but sometimes this old life can get kind of shaky.
Yes, sir.
Children out of control.
Yes.
Your bills out of control.
Yes,
Your
sir.
life out of control.
Well.
Your job is in the midst.
Yes, sir.
Somebody's knocking at your door.
Come on, preacher.
But I don't know who's knocking at your door.
Come
Come
on.
on.
But I know who's knocking at mine.
All right.
God has been good to me.
Yes, sir.
He's been better to me than I've been to myself.
Yes, sir.
Even when I didn't know myself,
Yes, sir.
God was good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you today, like I told you in the last sermon, I'm on my way.
All right.
I'm on my way to meet the person who's knocking at my door.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I might not get there with you,
All right.
but I'm on the way.
Yes, sir.
I don't always do right,
Yes, sir.
but somebody's knocking at my door.
Yes, sir.
I don't always live the best life, but somebody's knocking at my door.
Yes, sir.
But the good thing about it is that they knocking.
Yes, sir.
Y'all gonna get that on the way home. Somebody's knocking at my door.
Yeah.
Little Wallace, when I get to heaven,
That's it.
I want to see my mother.
Yes, sir.
But when I get to heaven, I'm gonna say, Mama, hold on.
All right.
Somebody's knocking at my door.
Yes, sir.
My grandmothers and grandfathers gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say, I don't want to see you right now.
All right.
Somebody knocking at my door.
Come on.
Well.
I want to behold him,
Yes, sir.
just to look upon his face.
Yes, sir.
I want to see Jesus for myself.
For myself.
You see, this old life can get kind of rough.
Well.
The ups and downs and the pitfalls of a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Somebody gonna help me preach.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Come on here.
We got to understand on who's knocking at your door. Because one day he knocked on my door. And what you see here on this podium is 20 years in the making.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I just wasn't delivered here. I was sent here. God had a hold on my life.
Yes, sir.
I was tossing and turning. And one day in a deep sleep, God touched me. I was locked up in a cell. And just to be truthful with you, and in the dream I was preaching. And the first thing when I woke up, I was sweating. I said, what kind of preacher you gonna make? But God released me from my stronghold. And as I rounded this corner, right here, a voice told me, say, that's your church right there. Mount Vernon. He was pushing me in this direction all along. God was knocking at my door. The same way he knocks at your door. You just ain't been letting him in.
Come on, preacher.
What kind of God that loves us so much,
Come on.
that knocks on our door, and we don't let him in? What are you doing with your life? Are you steady letting God knock on your door? Those are Jehovah's Witnesses closing the door. That's somebody I don't want no company today. We do it all the time. God is knocking on your door. Will you let him in?
Come on.
Somebody dealing with drugs. God is knocking on your door.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is dealing with the torments of this life. God is knocking on your door.
Yeah.
He's there to deliver you from all hurt, harm, and danger. We've all been there before.
Yes, sir.
I've been there before. God has made a merciful transformation in my life.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, he has.
Yes, sir.
I never thought I'd be in this position. But God has made a way.
But,
Come on.
But God.
Sometimes he can take the imperfect and make perfect.
but, come on.
See, you don't need to look at my past.
But,
Just think about where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say,
Come on.
I'm going somewhere.
Come on.
When I get there, my halo might not be as bright as some of y'all. But I will have one. Huh? Because I need to stay on this journey. You know why? Because somebody was knocking at my door.
And you answer.
And I answer. Sometimes he knocks on your heart. When the door ain't good enough for him to knock on, he'll knock on your heart. The way he knocked on Paul's heart on the Damascus road.
Come on.
And changed him in the twinkling of an eye.
Yeah.
Paul was a martyr of the church.
Yeah.
Paul killed and crucified people who were Christians.
Yeah.
Am I right about it?
Yes, sir.
But he changed Paul on the Damascus road. Here you are at 601 Travis. Why he can't change you?
Come on, preacher.
He's knocking at your door.
Come on.
God is a merciful God. He can do things. He can do all. What we have to do is we have to come to know and understand that God is who he say he is.
Yes.
Because through it all, I'm talking about these last 2 years. Through it all, we are still here.
Yes.
We've seen it all, and we've been through it all. But God is still knocking at the door. Will you let him in? That's the message for today.